What's going on, everybody? Marvel the Cross 316 back with another comic book flashback. Today we are looking at Daredevil issue number 4. This issue came out in October of 1964, and today we are looking at a brand new villain that Daredevil will be going up against, and that is the Purple Man. He makes his very first appearance, and he is a pretty unique villain, I have to say. So I'm so excited to look at this issue as we see more adventures of Daredevil. This is his 4th issue. And so this is his 4th appearance. And so we have a pretty exciting story, so don't click away. And so let's go ahead and get started. Today's title is The Unbelievable Purple Man, and he's also called Kilgrave. And so this is also brought to you by Stan Lee, who wrote the issue, Joe Orlando doing the art. We have Vince Colletta doing the inking, and Sam Rosen on the lettering page. And so let's go ahead and get started with the story. And when we begin the story here, we have this unique guy. He is Kilgrave, and he is walking into, I believe to say, it's a national bank. And we see right here that this guy right here, just Kilgrave, he asked the teller, "Hey, just give me $100 bills, put it in this case, and I'll be going my way." And oddly enough, we see that this guy obeys Kilgrave. He puts the money in the case, and Purple Man, Kilgrave, just walks out of this national bank just like that. Never asked for identification, never, went through the normal process of receiving money. So that was pretty odd of what just occurred there. And all of a sudden, this guy comes to his senses, rings the bell to alert the authorities, but it is too late as Kilgrave, the Purple Man, has gotten away. But we see that the police and this guy are going to catch up with the Purple Man here. And so they captured the Purple Man and take the money. Purple Man basically just says, "Look, the guy gave me the money. All I did was ask for it. I didn't steal it." And so now the Purple Man, he appears in the court, and the judge says, "You need a lawyer," but Kilgrave says, "I don't need a lawyer." And he says, "Nonsense. I'm going to give you one. The court will appoint you one for the council." And so who will be the lawyer for Kilgrave, the Purple Man? Well, it looks like Foggy Nelson or Matt Murdock may be up for the challenge, as Foggy Nelson receives a phone call from the court asking if they could get on the case. Matt Murdock is more than welcome to get on the case, and we see that Karen Page wants to accompany Matt Murdock on this case as well, but she has her own motives, as we've known from the last 3 issues that Karen Page has a crush on Matt Murdock. And so I think we believe that Matt Murdock also knows this as well. And so she's going not to really be an intern or look on the case with Matt Murdock, but she's just wanting to accompany Matt Murdock. So Matt Murdock shows up to the place where the judge is at, and the judge tells Matt Murdock that this guy is very unfamiliar. He has purple skin, and he claims that he committed no crimes. And so now Matt Murdock is going to visit the Purple Man. And remember that Matt Murdock, who is the Daredevil, has uncanny abilities that other normal people do not have. And one of those abilities is that he can sense sharp or senses like the aura of evil around people. He has that ability. He has a heightened sense of smell, of hearing, and basically of taste. All the other senses that he has in the human body has been heightened ever since what occurred in issue number 1. So he can tell that the Purple Man is an evil man. And then we see right here that the Purple Man tells the police officer to let him out of the jail, just like that. And the police officer lets him out of jail. And on top of that, the Purple Man tells Karen Page to become his secretary. So that's very odd. It looks like everything that the Purple Man says, people obey. And he even tells Matt Murdock to stay where he's at. But Matt Murdock, as we know, is the only one that can resist the power of the Purple Man. And so now Matt Murdock is going to change to Daredevil, and now he's going to go on the trail of the Purple Man, we see that the Purple Man is finally caught up as Daredevil sees him to, get Karen Page away from him. But then the Purple Man tells the crowd around Daredevil to attack Daredevil. And so now the Purple Man has a way to get away from Daredevil, as we see now that the crowd is going to attack Daredevil. And Karen Page also wants to join in the fight, but Purple Man has other things that he has in store for Karen Page. And so now Daredevil has to get out of the way. We know that Daredevil also added this hood to his costume from last issue, but someone rips the hood from him. And so now Daredevil has come to the conclusion that he doesn't need this hood to allow him to change easily back to his civilian identity as Matt Murdock, because if someone ever came across his civilian identity clothes, they could put sensors on or try to figure out who his secret identity is and discover his civilian identity. So this is the last time we will definitely see Daredevil with that hood. And so Daredevil now is looking for the Purple Man. He changes back to Matt Murdock. He goes back to Foggy Nelson's office here where they're doing business together. And we learned something new here, and that is that Foggy Nelson also has a huge crush on Karen Page based on the heartbeats and the reaction he gives to Matt Murdock once Matt Murdock tells him that Karen Page has been kidnapped by the Purple Man. So now Matt Murdock basically has to come to terms that he can't reveal his feelings towards Karen Page because now he knows that his friend Foggy Nelson has feelings for Karen Page as well. Now we see that the Purple Man, he goes to this gymnasium and he's going to recruit his own loyal bodyguards here to protect him. And so what better than to have these muscle-bound freaks here to protect him? So they all seem to be protecting him except for one guy whose name is Punchy. And this guy seems to resist the Purple Man, but we see that the rest of the gymnasts here are going to attack Punchy, and now Purple Man now is going to do his business elsewhere as he's going towards the Ritz Plaza Hotel. And so he goes to the hotel, tells the person up front to order everybody to evacuate the hotel immediately. So now everybody has to leave the hotel. And so now this is going to be Purple Man's base of operations. But he also recalls how Daredevil is the only person that resists his power, and he's going to figure out a way to defeat Daredevil. Daredevil, as Matt Murdock is back in his office, he's trying to figure out if any laws will suffice to show that Purple Man has broken any laws, but it looks like he's not broken any laws. And then Matt Murdock comes up with his idea. He remembers way back in the day when we remember the Fixer back in issue number 1, how he used his billy club to basically strike at the Fixer. But he's going to use surveillance to basically, or what we would say like this video or recording system here, is going to allow him to get evidence that the Purple Man is guilty. So now he has his plan to defeat Purple Man. The biggest threat and biggest obstacle is figuring out just how to beat him. And so that's going to be the hardest part, is actually doing the job of beating him. So now he's on the trail again of finding Purple Man, and he uses his senses to figure out that he is at this Plaza Hotel. And it looks like Purple Man is so confident here, thinks he's going to be supreme master of New York, when all of a sudden Daredevil comes on the scene, and Purple Man again tells his bodyguards to take down Daredevil. Daredevil takes down these bodyguards here with no problem. They're under the trance of the Purple Man. Purple Man tries to get away through this elevator, and then Daredevil uses his stick here to prevent the elevator from shutting. Now we're going to see Daredevil fight Purple Man once and for all here, right on this rooftop. And then Purple Man orders Karen Page to launch herself off the rooftop, and she's about to do it when then the Purple Man stops her, pulls out his gun, and says he's going to shoot Daredevil and kill him. But Daredevil's like, all right, if you kill me first, I want to know, how did you gain your superpowers? So here's a quick origin story. We see that the Purple Man was a foreign spy when all of a sudden he was caught trying to steal this nerve gas. He shoots this guard here, but the guard's gun goes off and it shatters this glass beaker, and the glass beaker had this nerve gas, this purple nerve gas, and it pretty much is sprayed all over the Purple Man. And this is how he becomes the Purple Man. And then all of a sudden, the guards come by and they're about to arrest him when all of a sudden Purple Man says that he's innocent, and he notices that they obey him. And through other, obstacles that the Purple Man has been through, he's been able to see that everybody obeys his will. But all of a sudden we see that Daredevil reveals his master plan as he tape recorded the entire confession, and so now Daredevil is going to definitely have the one up, on Purple Man here. He saves Karen Page, lunges over the building, and uses the scaffold here. So now we have the Purple Man. He's trying to escape. He's now on camera, and he tells everybody on the crowd to attack Daredevil once again. But all of a sudden, now Daredevil is going to use another trick up his sleeve as he uses this plastic sheet, and it covers Purple Man. And so now Purple Man's ability to affect and put people under a spell does not work, and people are now coming to their senses. So now the police have Purple Man dead to rights here, and he's going to prison, and they have all the evidence too based on the tape recorder from Daredevil as well. And so now Daredevil seems to have been able to defeat the Purple Man, and now Purple Man is going to prison, and all the paparazzi here wants to get, Daredevil's pictures. People want their autographs for Daredevil, but Daredevil gets out of the way. We see Foggy Nelson, and he's so concerned about Karen Page, takes her back to her office where they will meet Matt Murdock, and they tell the wonderful story about how Daredevil beat the Purple Man. And then that's pretty much how we're going to end the issue here. I hope you like this quick summary of this issue of the Purple Man. He's a pretty unique villain, and I'm sure we will see more of him in later issues. But until next time, keep reading comics, and I will see you as we look at issue number 5.